Good afternoon, everybody. How are you guys doing? Yes, I'm back again today, like always at 4 o'clock, for all of you guys with a very exciting episode of Capturing What Inspire. So, guys, how's it going? Hi, Suhan, good to see you. Hi, Sneha, Style and Glamour Mumbai. Okay, I like that name. Okay, guys, so what's happening? What's happening today? How's quarantine going? Yes, people are looking forward for today's talk. We've received a lot of emails and WhatsApp. Hi Ashu, I was amazed at looking at like yesterday was a day we took a break. We received thank you for reaching out to me whether it's on Instagram or emails and letting us know whom you want to listen. And yes, we have an exciting lineup coming up for you. So guys, before we begin today's session, I hope today's session started. So, guys, today we have a very, I don't know, should I call him a guest? No, he's not a guest actually. So, today we have someone special who's a friend to me. I've only met him once, and meeting him once, there was a connection. I mean, I started feeling I know him so well. When you hear this man, you will like just connect with him. He's somebody who's had a legacy of years, okay? He's been 19 years in this business, doing it by all himself. His company has been into business and existence for last 58 years. Yes, guys, 58 years. So, Deepak Studios is a very well known brand for their quality and they extremely satisfy their clients. He carries a vast knowledge and the ways of growing a photography business. They do more than 150 weddings a year. Yes, I know we receive a lot of calls where people say we get 20, 30 weddings and we don't know how to handle them. A lot of us are not able to deliver jobs to 30 clients. We do 30 weddings a year and we go bizarre. Yes, this man manages 150 clients and he ensures to keep them very happy. You can keep listening to his wonderful ideas. He is so innovative in the craft of business. He is a man who's worked with celebrities right from Amitabh Bachchan to the late Rishi Kapoor. He shot multiple weddings nationally, internationally. So let's welcome the very young, dynamic, enterprising man that's from the we all know him as Raman Deepak. So yes, here comes Raman. Hi Raman.
Hi, how are you, love?
Very
Okay,
good.
yeah. So
So
let
good
me
to see
adjust
you.
my camera. So
So Raman,
that were very good words from your side for me. I'm a simple human being. Yeah, but
no,
sometimes
but
you listen about yourself, it feels good.
no, but I mean, like I very correctly said it. Like I've just met you once in Delhi, but it feels as if I've known you. I think every time I talk to you, it doesn't feel कि यार नहीं जानते हैं. And the fact that we are in the same business, we've never looked at it as a competition. I mean,
No,
I
never.
must
Our thought process is very similar.
right, and I must tell
Yeah.
people that usually people have this whole competitiveness where people have that little fear. Like first time I and Raman met, I think we were talking for 3 hours, and
Yeah, it
he
was
told me
literally
everything
three
how
hours.
he does, and I told him
Yeah.
how I do. So I think
Yeah, we were like very free with all the discussion. You told me things
absolutely
about yourself. I learned few things which I was not employing. You learned few
right,
things about my process which you were not employing.
absolutely
Yeah,
right. So guys, I must tell you that the entire idea is I reached out to Raman because in my one conversation with him, he had so many ideas that oh, I do this. He was like a powerhouse. Okay, so for me today is going to be a recap to whatever we discussed the other day with Raman,
yes,
and
why not? Let's go ahead.
Raman, let's get started without wasting
Yeah,
time.
definitely.
Uh,
Yeah.
58 years in business, so there are a lot of people who just started like not even 58 months back. So how does it feel? Firstly, having a legacy with you.
Yeah, this legacy started with drawing portraits by my grandfather. Hand portraits.
Okay.
There were no cameras. He used to draw hand portraits. Then it
Okay.
started taking black and white pictures, then hand painting them. So this
Okay.
legacy has grown from there. So
Okay.
I have seen it all. I have seen those dark rooms, how to process the pictures, that those red light, and then transforming to a QSS color lab, then processing like thousands of films a day, and then going on to the digital era. So I have seen it all.
Right. Right. So you've been
Yeah.
here for 19 years, and I'm sure there's a little pressure. वो बोलते हैं ना actors के बच्चों को pressure होता है कि यार हम अमिताभ बच्चन के बच्चे हैं या मतलब that little celebrity pressure is always there.
Always
That
there,
people
always
will
there.
judge you with your father's name. So how has
Exactly.
it been coping up with it? And you for sure carved a niche for yourself. You already
Definitely.
people know that okay today I already see comments coming in where people are saying Deepak Studio is a brand. Today Deepak Studio is so big on Instagram. So I mean I have too many questions, but moving to my next question, Raman,
Yes.
how did you? I mean your father built a brand which was successful. What did
Correct.
you do differently to take it ahead?
My different approach was to maintain quality in whatever I do.
Okay,
So if there is a new equipment and it has to be bought, it has to come to Deepak Studios. If you've been talking to all my vendors as well, so they would have told me that Raman has so much passion about new equipment, new technology. Whatever new comes, I just buy it and then I understand it myself. Then I conduct workshops so that all my team members learn everything about it. It's not
okay,
that just buying a new product. It's like buying a new product and embedding into my work culture. It's like that.
wow,
So I am
interesting.
very updated by technology, and a very important thing which I opened up very early before a lot of photographers was I started giving pictures on Dropbox. I used to give all the pictures on Dropbox. So it's an open source. So I've been using it for the last, I think, when Dropbox was found, like 6 months after that. So
Okay,
I've always believed if the client is getting something which is very handy, if the client can open pictures on his mobile, then what he will do is he'll just download the pictures, send it to his relatives, or put a WhatsApp DP. This is what sharing pictures is all about. So you
right.
should be very open with your share. So
Okay, so
few
that's
things which I
interesting.
have always maintained is all these
So,
things like
right, you very correctly said that you always thought of what value can you give your client and what new thing can you
exactly,
give them. So I think
exactly.
that for sure defines creation of a brand, or that's what a brand stands for. That you want to give people something innovative and new. But
Yeah.
uh, Raman, there's been so many things that happen in the process of photography business, and
Yes.
you guys do close to I think more than 150 weddings a year. So
Roughly would
let's
be.
correct. So
But
good to
these
hear.
150 weddings are not managed by me. So
Right.
I have always believed in managing like micromanagement. So we are like five, six people who will take business, and every person who's taking business will be there at the wedding. So it is like six small setups joined into one big setup. So it's not like I am doing 150 weddings, so the quality will not be maintained. It's not like that. It's like we are five, six different individuals in the company. I head the company, but everybody has a singular approach to the wedding.
Okay, interesting. That
So
that's
that's
very
why
good to know.
that's why, and you know what? Even if you are very good at photography, videography, if your product is really good, where a lot of people falter is client servicing. So I've always made it a point. It should not be a single point who's answering all the calls. So creating those singular points, all those managers, what they do is they take up the wedding, then they are present at the wedding to get things done, and then they also deliver it to the end.
Right.
So
So
client
actually,
servicing is very important.
right. Let's break this a little more easy for our audience. Okay.
Yes.
Business has too many processes, so let's
Yeah.
start the process right from business development and marketing. So let's
Yes.
talk about one process. What do you do in this marketing and business development process?
So for me, primary market has been social media. Like 14 years in 2004, I started with Google Ads.
Okay.
So that was the era of Google Ads. If till now, if you are from a small town like Goa, Jaipur, which is a destination wedding hub, a
Right.
person putting his money on Instagram should put more money on Google Ads as well. Because
Okay.
if anybody who's traveling to a destination city like Jaipur or Goa, he's looking for local photographers if he does not have a very big budget.
Right.
So for those kind of people, they should still employ Google Ads.
So you mean Google Ads even work today? Are they
For
effective
those
even
kind of
today?
people who want a local photographer, like if you are coming in from just for an example, you're from West Bengal, you're coming into Goa, and you only have 50 guests, and you don't have a very big budget, and you want a local photographer. What you will do is you'll write on Google that I want a local photographer from Goa. So then the
Right.
Google ad will come into play. So for all
Right.
others, it is not necessary. But for those people who are located in Goa, Jaipur, all the destination wedding hubs, these things are very
Right.
important.
Okay.
So in
So
2000s, from 2004 to 2008, it was Google Ads and Google everything. It was like SEO, all things done right. After that, it was the era of Facebook. for like 4, 5, 6 years. Facebook used to do it very organically, and you used to put some good data, good videos, good photos, and the algorithm used to pick it organically. Now it is not picking up organically, but in those days it was like if you put a video, it used to be like famous everywhere.
Okay.
Then came the era of Instagram. So right now the era is of Instagram. So if you are going to build up your audience on social media, Instagram is the place to be.
Right.
So once you get your initial clients, then they become your brand ambassadors. So over the years, you add on clients. Like if you have done, if you just for an example, if you've done a wedding and the client is really happy with you, you'll get the next wedding in his family.
Right.
Either it could be his sister or it could be any cousin. He would be your brand ambassador. So business grows like this. First, you create an audience, a small audience. Then you reach a bigger audience through these social networking sites. And then when you do good work, they become your brand ambassadors.
Perfect. I think you made this your approach very simple, straight, 3-step. Like I'll repeat it from what you said. Build a small audience, service the client properly, and they become a brand ambassador, and they get you more business.
Also, share your work well. You know what? People want ease of doing business. So whenever you giving your pictures on Google Drive, always make it a point you give 40, 50 pictures on WhatsApp as a forward, because people want to forward pictures a lot. They don't want to see I know WhatsApp actually reduces the quality, but if you give your client like 30 pictures on WhatsApp, he will keep on forwarding it to all his relatives. So the mouth of word only grows when the client is able to share those pictures. Right. So make it easy for the client to share the pictures. So right. I am like client of Vimeo for the last 8 to 10 years now. So I always believed in sharing videos on Vimeo, giving out links and everything. So because if you don't give it online, if you're giving it offline in a pen drive or anything else, it won't be shared that much.
Absolutely. Okay, perfect. So moving on, first we understood the marketing part that you spoke about. Towards the end, we'll get a little more deeper into social media and Instagram. But first, let's decode the process of business that you follow. So after you said you do a lot of ads and you get clients from there, whether it's Google ads, Instagram ads. Now,
that's for early days. Right now, only Instagram. Right. I'm not putting my money anywhere else.
Okay, only on Instagram ads.
Only on Instagram. And that too very less, because I have already grown my audience now. So I'm using different wedding portals and Instagram only. I'm not putting any of my money on Facebook, because Facebook ads are not yielding results these days for photographers.
So will it differ? Because see, today you already built an audience, you already have a big following on Instagram. Now, will it depend now today? Assume there's a new photographer in a smaller city. We have somebody from Jaipur who's joining us and watching us. So is it the same for him also, or would you recommend a new person?
From his initial days, he has to put a lot of money into Instagram, but the money will only help you to get a certain kind of reach. Your content has to be good so that your follower actually follows you. He actually waits for your post. I told you yesterday, if I don't post for 3-4 days, people ask me what happened to Deepak Studios. So I am in a habit of posting almost daily.
Right.
That is how I keep myself updated on what I'm doing. It helps me to gauge through all the images which my photographers have clicked. I see almost all the dump. I select the best pictures, send it to the editor, they edit and give it back to me. So this is how I keep in touch with my business.
Perfect. That's amazing. Let's move to the next part, from the business development to probably a little bit of how do you now the minute you've got leads. So assuming you're getting a lot of leads from Instagram now, if we talk about today, how much percent of your business is getting converted of Instagram? Because we often hear from a lot of people that Instagram mein wo jo clients are, they can't afford to pay us. You know, a lot of photographers have this complaint. That
definitely it is there. A lot of people will not be able to afford you. That's true. But you have to keep trying. It's very difficult to gauge between who's a serious customer, who's not. So if everybody is looking for a good welcome, a good response, if you will not respond well, you will never get even from a serious client. So what our mantra is, like, we are 5 people, we divide the queries, and then we just follow a simple Google sheet, and everybody has to put their leads on that. And what is the status of that lead? So according to that, and we have 1 week, 1 day of the week, on that day, we do a Zoom meeting and we discuss who all followed up and what is the status of each lead. So that's why we do a very targeted response to our clients. and that's why they get clients get converted. Every client wants to get a good response, even if he cannot afford you, because he might not afford you, but he will go back and tell it to any of our other relative that these guys are very good at response. You should go them. You should go follow their Insta, and they're very good at response. They respond to your emails. They respond to your messages. Then you may not get the client who did not have the budget, but the other relative will definitely give you business.
Right. So, okay, can we break this bit a little more in just a rough percentage? Now,
Yeah.
assuming you said you're doing, let's have a number, you said 150 weddings you're doing. So,
Yeah.
average, how many leads do you get in a year, and how much in percentage, rough percentage,
I
that
have
how
never
many
calculated, but roughly, not these days, not the days of the lockdown. Earlier, I
Right.
used to get around from my email, from my Facebook page, and Wedmegood. If I combine almost all the sources, I would be getting around 7 to 10 leads a day.
Okay, so average you're saying, okay, we're taking an average of 10 leads a day,
Yeah.
which means at least 300 days you're getting 10 leads, so you're getting 3,000 leads.
No, but every day is not like 10 leads. It could be
Maybe
less also.
we're just having a rough
Yeah.
calculation for people to
Rough calculation,
understand.
you can use it as, yeah, so if you can take an average of around 7 to 8.
Perfect. So I'm saying up Saru
Not
Kal
right now. Right now, if anyone who's listening to me, leads are not coming because people are not prepared
right.
to hire right now. So don't get
Right. So,
disheartened. Always put your best work. In these days, people are looking at you. They are forming a profile of you in their mind. And after the lockdown, when their wedding dates are finalized, they will definitely come back to you.
correct. Perfect. So true. But just understand, assume that number is even 2,000 or 2,500 leads that you get in a year. Your
Yeah.
major chunk is social media leads, you said.
No. It's like in the last, from my I actually calculated this. From my first November to roughly 15th January, we had 35 clients, 35 old clients for whom we
Okay.
did like we did the elder brother's wedding. Now it's the sister's wedding, or it's younger
Repeat
brother's
clients.
wedding. Repeat
Correct. A
clients.
lot of repeat
Yes.
clients.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
So
So now once,
I know families in which I have done 7 to 8 weddings in one family.
wow.
So I have connections through those connections. I have done 15 to 18 weddings. Like they have repeated me 15 times over my whole career. So it's like this. If you good give quality, people will keep coming back to you.
Right. So can we
Yeah.
dive a little more deep into this part when you said to satisfy a client? Now, what are your 5 tips that how do you satisfy your client? What are those 5 things
So
that you give your client which makes him come
tip,
back to you?
yeah. So our biggest tip and our most successful tip is our team is very punctual. Even if we have multiple weddings on a day, our team will be always on time. This is one thing
Perfect.
which my elder brother really takes care of. So we would be having 99% accuracy on that.
Okay.
So this is one thing which we are very, because we have our own vehicles, and there's a manager to just put together the whole team and send it on our own vehicles. So that keeps that percentage very high.
Okay.
Even for your smaller events like early morning events, my team would be there. So this is one thing
Perfect.
which we actually really care for. And the second thing is we really care. What we make it a point is we ask the client to have just send us a group picture from either the earlier event which he had in his family, or he just has a good mobile picture of his whole family. So
Right.
in some cases, we tend to distribute that picture throughout my team so that everybody knows who's the target person who is the close family and who everyone else wants to target.
Correct.
So this is one point which we always care for. Then third is client servicing. In client servicing, I always take care of this, that none of my managers or me ever skip a phone call. If you talk to any of my clients
Wow.
who have managed directly, they will always say that Raman Bhaiya will always pick the call in one go.
Wow. Okay.
Not even
I
the
think
second ring. I'll pick the call in the first ring. Hardly any question, hardly any thing goes by. Some of our managers may skip a call, but they always make it a point they do call back. So
right.
everybody is not 100% perfect. Everyone has flaws, but how you take your flaws and how you just put forward your abilities to that.
Right. Perfect. So that's the third thing. So you said first thing you said
That's yeah. First I said punctuality. Second is
perfect.
targeting family.
Right.
Third is your client servicing. Fourth is give your client deliverables which he can share.
Right.
Do a lot of online links. Use Dropbox. Dropbox is a very good thing to use. It's a very good, it's very easy. You can easily embed Dropbox in your work culture. It's like you just have to pay 10,000 rupees for 3 TB of data, and you can easily, you would be like, each of my clients get all the dump from Dropbox.
Okay, so
Use
you said,
Vimeo. It's Vimeo is very important. Like I have a client from 2001. If he says that he wants a video, so 2011. If he says he wants a video, so what I'll do is I'll just download the highlight and send the Vimeo link, because I have everything. I have around 6,000 videos online right now on Vimeo. So if anybody
wow.
loses a link, then I can always send it back to him.
So you mean you store all your films on the cloud? So basically on
No, all my short films.
okay, so
I
all of them
cannot store all the long films. I can only show, save my short films, my teasers. So if my
right.
client from 2012, 2013 wants a teaser, he can contact me and I can send it back to him. I still have that.
Immediate response is what you give them. कि, okay, chalo, phone
Yeah,
aa
an
gaya.
online response. You need an
Right.
online response for that.
So just let's understand,
And
like you mentioned,
fifth is my albums. The fifth
right,
point is the albums. I really
right,
believe that clients should get albums. All the
right,
photographers who are chucking the albums are not doing a good thing, because although 35 clients which I told which came back to me, 30
right.
over those who got the albums.
Wow. Okay.
So an album is like a completeness of a wedding photography.
Right.
For me, if you give an album to the client, a client gets an amalgamation of all the cameras into a story.
Right.
The skin is retouched. Everything is so perfect in an album.
Right.
We do
Awesome.
around
Okay.
500 books a year.
Wow. I think you're one of the most premium clients for all the album printing companies, I'm sure.
For few, I suppose.
Okay. So Raman, before we go a little more into album, I see a lot
Yeah.
of questions. People asking why not YouTube and VMO being expensive. So why do you choose to do VMO versus?
At that time, YouTube didn't have the unlisted feature. Right now, they have a unlisted feature. Okay, but Vimeo, everything is private. So you can share a private link, or you can share a video with a password.
Correct.
And they're very good at downloads as well. It's
Okay.
for a photographer, videographer. Vimeo is like very friendly, and it has some cool features which YouTube doesn't have, because YouTube is offering it to you for free. A free service will not be as good as a paid service. You should always think on these lines, that you have to pay for things. If you are charging the client, you have to pay for things.
Wow, I like this. I like this mantra. I mean, this is brilliant. That
Yeah,
once you pay,
you
you
should
know the
buy
value.
good software. I've been paying for like now 8 to 10 license to Adobe for last 5 years now.
Right.
So this is something. If you are earning from the client, you should pay the due to the other person who deserves it.
Right. So, okay,
Yeah.
you said VMO is probably better from a lot of features perspective, but what
Yes.
about Dropbox? Now, explain me when you use Dropbox, do you
Yeah.
give your complete delivery of photos, video, everything through Dropbox? I mean, how does it work? Today, for a wedding, I'm sure there are 3,
Yes.
4,000 images. Do you firstly give your
Yeah.
raw pictures to your client?
So actually, what we do is we shoot on RAW, and then we put a certain filter through Lightroom. I have like 4 systems, and then we convert that data and we give the whole data to the client. But
Okay.
as soon as the Dropbox is uploaded, I tell my photographers to sit on that folder and delete the unwanted pictures. So the client
Okay.
gets the pictures really quickly, but in the background, since I'm deleting the pictures, he will get only the good shots. Then we do a certain like 5 to 700 pictures on Lightroom edits, and then we send another Dropbox link. Like when we give the complete data, it is like 700 KB for each picture, and when we do the Lightroom data, then that is like of high resolution. So we give 2 links.
Okay, so let me understand this a little correctly. So you said the
Yeah,
minute the wedding is over, assuming the
yeah,
wedding has 5,000 pictures, so you will
yeah,
make a low-res version of all the 5,000 and put it on Dropbox.
and we will convert it through Lightroom
Okay. Reason being
through
we convert.
a certain preset. Yeah,
Okay.
which is our design language. Yeah,
So basically, what you're saying that okay, there are 5,000 pictures that you've shot in a wedding, put it in
yeah,
Lightroom immediately, do a basic Lightroom preset on it,
yeah.
get a low-res and give it to the client. So 5,000 pictures on the on Dropbox.
So he
That's
has a
your
link. You have to understand he has a link of 5,000 pictures.
done.
So if I have to delete like 500 pictures from it, which are odd, my photographer on the back end does it. So the link will get updated automatically. He will only see the good pictures. But
Okay,
the
perfect.
curiosity of getting the pictures early, and this thing is like very huge. Clients get really happy when they get the link quickly. If you
So
take
what's
like 20, 30 days after the wedding, if you're giving the link, the client will get agitated that we got the link like really late. So we tend to give the photo link very quickly.
what's your usual turnaround time for your delivery?
That's different for different cases. But I tend to, I have a written format for it. So before starting even all my contracts have a delivery timeline printed on. If it's a physical contract, it is printed behind that contract. Or if you're getting an Excel from me, then it is there in the contract.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's all in writing
So
and
it's
paper.
totally transparent. If we are
Okay.
not fulfilling timelines, we definitely call the client and ask that a little more time is going into all this.
Right.
We
Okay.
do a lot of
Sorry, I see a lot of comments. People asking why not Google Drive, Dropbox versus Google Drive.
because Dropbox is like wonderful in as comparison to Google Drive. Google Drive, you're getting it for free, and again, Dropbox makes a folder on your system. You just have to copy and paste on that folder, and folder keeps on updated, and then through Dropbox you can do shared work as well.
Okay.
So for that, you have to take me on a Zoom session. I'll teach them what are the benefits over Google Drive. So
Okay.
Dropbox is much better than Google Drive. If you start
Okay.
using Dropbox, you will be like in Dropbox also you can have password protected links. You can have expiry links. Like you can open a link for 15 days and then it expires. Then you can have a link with the password. You can do a lot of things. And
Perfect.
they're coming out with a lot of features.
Perfect. I think we'll have to do a detailed session. A lot of people are enjoying this piece. Okay. Before we
Yeah.
move ahead, let's ask the people,
For the
guys.
detailed session, I have a lot of things to teach all of you, like how we edit our pictures, because I do it myself. Earlier, like 2 years back, I used to edit all the pictures you see on my Instagram myself. I
Wow.
used to like get up till 12 in the night, and after coming from my store from 8 to like 12, I used to do all this stuff. I've stopped doing it, but I used to do it. So I know how to edit pictures, how to create that wow effect in pictures.
Right. So
Yeah.
okay, let's ask our audience, guys. Are you guys enjoying? And so far, what has been the biggest learning, guys? Let's ask our audience. Let's see the comment box. That what did you guys get? That okay? What is that one mantra that you're going to adopt? What Raman just spoke about. Let's see what people have to say. Okay, can you do a Lightroom session, please? Somebody is saying. Okay,
Sure, why not?
which softwares are you using for edit pictures, guys? We have a Q&A tab. I'll request if you have any questions, put it in the Q&A tab. We'll be happy to take those questions in a moment. So I will finish asking all my questions to Raman, and then we'll get into the Q&A immediately. So okay, Ashu says be punctual and responsible, client satisfaction. Here in Canada, you still have work in Canada. Wow, Raman. Yes, great
Yeah,
session.
you know what? I got a query for a Canadian wedding in June next year. So I have
Wow.
done, so there was a client of mine from Amsterdam. So we applied for this. This is in 2016. That was my first European wedding. My visa got cancelled. That client was so good and she was in so much love with my work. She hired a lawyer just to get our visas. She hired a lawyer in Amsterdam and did a fight a case with the embassy to get our visas. So I
Wow.
went there for 11 days.
Wow,
In,
that's a
in 2020, I again went to Amsterdam, again to Paris for another client. So clients, if you are true to your art, if you are developing it like an art, if you are doing it daily, people will try to follow it as an art. They will call
right.
you to all the places. If you would, like, if you see all the other photographers, they're traveling the world because they're true to their art.
Right.
A bride sitting in Amsterdam or a bride sitting in London wants that she wants real good work. She's following you. Bride doesn't hire you like looking for like 1 hour or 2 hours. She's been following you for like last 1 year. She's following your style, how you do it, what you do it. She knows more about you than you because she is as
Ah,
an onlooker. She's already made a picture of you that when you come to do her wedding, you will do wonders like that, like this, like that from your posts.
right.
So the biggest mantra is whatever you do, be true to your art.
Right. So okay, this makes me eager, Raman. Like I think I know this bit. You've not hired anybody to handle your social media. You yet put out all
Yeah.
your content. So
Yeah, for sure.
why do you do it yourself, and why not you hiring someone, and what's the idea behind
The basic reason is because whenever somebody else does it for me, I think I can do it better. That's a problem with me because social media is so close to me. It's
it?
been
Okay.
my baby. So I think I was a small photo studio in Faridabad. My dad was very famous, but the whole to break that geography out of Faridabad, going to Delhi, making your name, coming to like being the top 5 in Delhi, and opening up a store in Gurgaon in Delhi, all needed a big exposure. So I have achieved everything through social media. So I think social media is a very important part of my whole working culture. So that's why I
Right.
do it myself.
So I totally understand social media being so important, but with having social media, you yet have three offices in and around Delhi. I mean, हम
Yes.
बॉम्बे वालों के लिए तो वो दिल्ली गुड़गांव सब एक ही है. So
Hmm.
what is the reason of having three offices in one city? I mean,
So
I
it's
do
not one
understand geography.
city. It's NCR. Yes, I have 3 offices because I always believe when you're coming to a photo studio, your mind is already made. If you're coming to my store, your mind is already made, and you want to see good stuff, the conversion would be more in the store rather
Okay.
than if you go to somebody else's drawing room, because you cannot take all the stuff with you. You cannot take all the type of albums. You cannot, sitting on your store, you can access everything. You can explain everything. You can tell the client like, this is what we do, this is what we have in our mind. And you know
Right.
what, if I ask you a simple question, if you're going to a designer, do you call the designer to take the measurements to your house?
Wow. Take I'm
Why it
quite.
should be, so why it should be for the photographer? Because photographer has to do a lot of post processing. He has to put a lot of hours into social media. He has to do tons of things.
Right.
So if he goes, if I have to go to somebody's house in Pritampura, that place is 2 hours away from me. So that means 4 hours of my working day. How will I deliver good content? How will I maintain good quality if I'm not able to put that time in my work ethics, or
Right. So
to
this.
see the pictures, or to see the videos, or to see the highlights? So how will I embed my stamp on the work I'm doing if I don't have the time? So
Right.
that's
But
why the stores are
right.
very good.
Absolutely not, Raman. But this brings me to my next question. That I understand that, okay, inviting a client to your own office, of course, is giving you a much better time that you can be involved in a business. But how do you convince a big client? You know, today a lot of these wealthy families, big clients, phone kar lete,
Hmm.
"आप काम आके हमें दिखाओ." They are normally calling five
Hmm.
photographers. So do you
Hmm.
mean you hardly go to meet clients at their place?
So you have to be very flexible into that. So you need to understand the scale of the wedding and how the person is planning it. If it's a wedding planner involved, and if he's a reputed wedding planner, you definitely have to go to somebody's place, because the client is sitting with the wedding planner and doing all the things in one go. So you need to give that comfort to the client because the scale of that wedding is very big.
Right. But now, how
So
do you
in
now convince? Like you said, if you're inviting clients here, because usually,
Yeah, even those
at
big
least,
clients, when they want to come for their pre-wedding discussion, they come to your store. Even they want to see the person they are hiring, how big he is.
right,
People want to give business to people who have established stores, because they have that feeling कि यार ये बंदा बहुत बड़ा है, ये हमारा डाटा लेके भागेगा नहीं. You want
correct,
to have that kind of trust. So like the new store which I've opened in Lajpat Nagar, it's on the main road. People get that kind of trust that this is an old company and they're not going anywhere for years to come.
right. So
You
it
know
does
what
bring a lot
photography
of
businesses,
credibility.
forget it, for photography businesses have faltered a lot in over the years. Some people have started the business, they got a better revenue, they stopped that business and they went on to do some other business. I know photographers who are like now into entertainment industry, who are now into wedding planning. So then what happens to the data which they have clicked? If anybody wants to access that data, where will he go?
Right,
So hiring us means that you are investing into a company who has a possibility of keeping your data for like 5 to 10 years from now.
right. That's amazing. But just tell me one thing. Usually, I mean, I'm just talking from a client's perspective. If today I am a groom,
Hmm.
if I pick up the call and I call five other studios in Delhi, normally
Hmm.
four of them will come to meet me. एक होता है सबको
Hmm.
काम चाहिए. How do
Hmm.
you reverse engineer it and tell him कि आप मुझे आके मिलो? Do you have some trick there, or do you have something that you get them whom you want to
Actually, I'm telling you, but the groom and the bride will always come for these kind of clients. If they want to meet me, I make it a point. The couple comes to meet me at my store first, and then I go to their house to meet their parents because parents are more reluctant to come to the store. The couple is more than happy doing a date, saying that we are going to book photography. They're on a date, so they come and meet me for like 1 hour, and the other 2 hours they're on a date. So it's like a good outing for them. So I make it a point. They come to me. I understand the couple, and then I go to their house and meet the parents.
Wow,
So I'm
that's
flexible into that. It's not that I don't go to any of my clients' house. It's not like that. So
but you
I have
ideally
clients. I have,
push the
I have
bride to
clients who are
come.
mankind farmer. So I go to their house every time because the people love me a lot. So going to their
Right.
house, it means like getting the business as well as talking about all the other things as well.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
nice. Okay, so
Yeah.
I think I have a lot of questions, but looking at the clock, it's 4:40. Let's get into
Yeah.
a few audience questions.
Okay.
Then we might probably come into some other questions. So we
Okay.
have there's DJ Sunny Deepak. Which software
Okay.
do you use to edit pictures and videos?
So for the videos, our main workhorse is Final Cut Pro, but we do have Premiere as well. So these two softwares, Cut Pro 10 is the main software, and then it is Premiere Pro as well. And we use a lot of After Effects as well. So these three things are important for the video editing. For the photo editing, I use a lot of Nik effects. There's a filter called Nik filter.
Okay.
So over the years, my journey editing different kind of pictures, I've developed a complete set of Nik filters, which are like which I use a lot if I'm editing myself. But my team uses a lot of Lightroom, Photoshop. I have some very good. I have an employee of mine who's been working for me for the last 14 years now. I bet anybody can do a better wedding album than him in complete India.
Wow.
There is no comparison to that guy. So I have that kind of talent, and I have nurtured that kind of a talent.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we have a next question where Megha is asking us, how do you select the pictures for your album? How do you get your clients to select pictures for the album?
Hi, Megha. How are you? We need to talk. We actually, when Love came to Delhi and we spoke, we were talking a lot about you because some of the questions only you can answer. So we need to have a formal phone call about things we need to discuss. So for this, I have, since the lockdown has happened, I'm experimenting with a new software called Box B by Future Forward. That's a brilliant software. I'll send you a trial for that. And that is working for me. If I have sent it to like 40 clients now, I have already received 8 to 9 selections. And
Wow.
before that we were doing physical contact sheets. We used to courier the contact sheets.
Okay, amazing. So we have somebody asking a very interesting question.
Hmm.
CVA makeovers. How to
Yeah.
increase genuine following base?
So, hi, CV. But the thing is, if you go to your insights and if you follow it closely, if you see it, a lot of people follow you, and even a lot of them unfollow you. These days, if you
Right.
see during the lockdown, your follows are not increasing; they're decreasing. So you need to invest on what kind of content you're putting in. If it is a real follower, he is there to stay. If he is a fake follower, he will never stay.
Wow.
He will just follow and unfollow you. So it totally depends upon your content. If you have that factor that you can pull the people, if you follow a lot of makeup artist profiles, what they do is people get attracted to their personality. That's why they stay. So
Right.
you should develop as a person, as a business owner, you should develop your personality, and your work should speak for your work.
Amazing. Perfect, Raman.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on. Next question. How about platform like WedMeGood, Wedding Sutra, etc.? Does it help in gaining business? Prashil
So
is asking
both.
us.
So I, from my, this is a controversial question because both are my friends. So just to give you an answer for this, WedMeGood is really, if you say about one good platform in India, it's WedMeGood. If you follow it closely, if you invest in it, you will definitely get your leads back. And it is one thing which you should start. If you don't have the budget, start with the basic thing and go to the handpicked, but start with the basic thing. But for the Wedding Sutra, for all those who are doing destination wedding photography, there's nothing like Wedding Sutra. They are too good in that. So these are the
Perfect.
two platforms which are like very good. Even Shadi Saga is good, but these two are like the numero unos.
Perfect. So, okay, Kapil is asking, what's more valuable for you, the shoot or the post production?
So both the things are valuable for me. Like if I have a shoot in Delhi, I make it a point. I go to those shoots. I actually look into the coordination of, like, when the bride is entering, everybody should be at a certain place doing a certain angle, and nobody should come in each other's camera. So this is one thing which I'm teaching my team a lot. So teaching theoretically in my office and doing it practically when it is happening in the wedding, it is more important. So I make it a point. I go to that wedding. So roughly on all my season days, I'm not in my home in the night. I come back by around 1 or 1:30. I make it a point, if I have in a certain geographical area, if I have 2 to 3 weddings, I go in each and every wedding.
Wow.
And another thing which we are doing, Love, which is very interesting, since we have like 5 managers and every manager is there on the side, so he will give me stories.
Right.
So doing that stories means that my manager is getting involved with the client. He's directing few things that the thing should go perfectly. And more so, I can see that what is happening when the bride is entering, that all the cameramans are coordinating what they're talking, and everything is in sync. So this is
Right.
one thing which I'm following a lot. This season, almost every of my wedding, there was a coordinator.
Wow. That's amazing. So,
Yeah.
okay, we have a next question from Paul Digital Studio. You carry the
Yeah.
stuff like albums to show their parents?
For sure. Without the album, you'll never get the business. Physically, to convince a client, you should always have an album with you, because that only gives you a bigger look.
Right. So, Paul has one more question. What interest should be added to promotion of stories?
So this is one thing which I wanted to share with all the photographers who are listening to me. If you are putting your money on promoting your post, stop doing it. You will never get the kind of response you're getting. You may
Okay.
get a lesser number of likes, but stop. If you have a certain budget and you cannot promote on both your posts and stories, then stop the post immediately, because right now Instagram is promoting the stories a lot.
Right.
Strikingly, I made a motion story from these available apps. I put a story on my Instagram and I put a promotion on that. My return on that money is like 30 times more than what I get from putting on the post. So everyone should put their money on promoting the stories and make your stories as interesting as possible.
So,
My
some
last
tips.
500 followers have come by promoting the stories.
Wow. So, okay, some tips. What are the kind of stories that work today for a photographer?
So right now, motion stories are doing really well. What I do is, everybody, as every other wedding has cold pyros. If you understand cold pyros,
Right.
those crackers, you just animate those crackers, put some good music. You cannot use a tappable item. Just make sure of it. You cannot use a tappable item if you want to promote a story. Tappable item means you cannot use music from Instagram. Tappable
Right.
item means you cannot post, you
Tag
cannot tag
somebody.
anyone, you cannot use any tappable item. All you have to do is you have to make a story which is totally posted as it is, so that there is no tappable item. You will get almost 30 times more value for your money if you're promoting your stories.
So, that's very insightful that you said that don't put any tappable item, just promote stories over a post. But
Yeah.
a lot of people use a business manager account. So, is it
Yeah.
better to post your stuff from the business manager or promote it from the
It's a
stories?
little for using your business manager account to put promotions on Instagram. It's a little tedious. You need to be like very advanced. So doing it through Insta is like a little easy.
Okay, perfect. But no,
You
is there any
don't you don't have
algorithm
to you
tricks?
don't have to learn digital media. These are practical things. You start doing it. Like, if I have this knowledge today that I'm saying that don't stop putting the money on post, this is all practical knowledge. You need to learn how to read your insights. Everything
Right.
is there in the insight.
Right. So, okay, somebody asking about motion software. So, you were saying what motion software do you use?
So it's like, I think it's Pixaloop,
Okay.
but I use it very less. It's only for those stories which I want to promote. And you know what? Instagram algorithm is getting smarter every day. The reach is getting shorter and shorter. Even if you're posting a wow picture, you will get a very less reach. To increase that reach, you will have to invest money. Either that post gets picked up by all the wedding portals, then you will get the reach, or you have to put the money. But putting money on post will never give you that kind of, what do you say, interaction with your post, what you will get from stories.
Right. How much
Yeah.
do you usually a lot of people tag a wedding sutra, wedding good in every post. Do you think something
Yeah.
like that works?
Yeah,
Tagging
because
all
you
these
want to tell
students.
them, because it's only when you are tagging some certain kind of a portal, it only means that those portals are run by social media managers. They need to know that you're posting a new post. It is only for that. So there is
Okay.
nothing wrong if you are tagging them, because when you tag them, it comes in their comment. They go to your profile and see that Deepak Studios have posted a new post. Then only they will come to know that you have posted a new post.
Okay.
It's as simple as it.
So do you normally use hashtags to put a hashtag? Would you put a hashtag
So
when you post,
lately,
or would
last
you
three,
tag
four
them?
months, yeah, last 3, 4 months, I've been using unique hashtags, and that has brought a lot of people to me. Like if I am shooting a wedding in Jaipur, I'll definitely put a hashtag of hashtag Jaipur. Okay, then I'll put hashtag Jaipur wedding photography, and if the wedding is in Fairmont, then I'll put hashtag Fairmont Jaipur, because in all these hashtags, a certain bride could click to see what all weddings happened in Fairmont, what was the decor setup, and what these are the kind of the location hashtags. Then you should
Right.
always use unique hashtags. Unique hashtag is like if the bride is wearing a light colored lehenga, always use a hashtag called summer lehenga. Every hashtag should be unique, because those hashtags are less populated.
Right. So just
You have to
picking a
understand.
hashtag like a brides or something is a very common hashtag. No, you will
Huh,
not
You,
get
you
any
you
result on
you
that.
should never use a hashtag which is Insta Bride, Insta Famous. That Insta word should never come in your any of your hashtags. That's like
Wow.
forbidden.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
and
Wow.
it's a very important tip to all the photographers. Don't ever buy any followers from anyone. That will spoil your Instagram profile. You will never be able to reach good numbers.
Right.
Whatever money I have spent to come to this place called 2 lakh followers, it's I have only increased the reach of my Instagram profile.
Right.
The people who are left on my Instagram profile are the ones who like my work. Otherwise, they will unfollow me. The money which Instagram is taking from you is only to increase the reach of your profile. It is not you're buying followers. You have to understand this.
So, okay, perfect, Raman. That brings me to a very, I mean, for a minute, I want to pause the audience questions and come to my question.
Yeah,
Now, when you're putting an ad, now you can either
yeah.
put an ad where you're putting a website saying that, okay, take the people to deepakstudio.com. So,
Mhm.
is that advisable, or you only bring them back to your Facebook page
No,
or your
no. I
Instagram
bring
page?
them back to my Instagram page, but that depends upon how powerful is your website. If you
Right,
think that you regularly update your website, then definitely you should take the client to your website. Because in that scenario, your client is bound to you only. He's only seeing work of Deepak Studios, right? If your
right,
website is not updated properly, and if you put a lot of work on your Instagram, you'd always bring that person back to your Instagram profile. So it's how you treat your website. Like
right,
lately, a lot of people are not updating their website a lot. A lot of photographers do, but a lot of photographers update their Instagram daily. So it's better to
right.
bring back to the Instagram profile rather than go to the website.
Okay, but like
So
there
in
are
the
these
lockdown, I
ads.
updated my website. So now my approach has changed. I send all the people to my website, because I have put all my new videos there, all my new stuff there. So I know my website is totally updated. So my
Right.
approach depends upon that.
Right. But now there are
Hmm.
these ads. Some people run an ad for reach. Some people run an ad for traffic or click. So does it matter if you're putting an ad for any of this? Anyone works better?
So I have always put an ad to increase my reach. That means I've always said to myself, if my content is good, person will go to my profile and follow me. If my content is not good, person will never follow me. That's the
Right.
simple mantra. So wherever from my money I get more reach, like they say now, from 2,000 to 5,000 people. If I'm getting that more, I'll use that audience. So
Right.
I have so one very important tip to grow is always, since you know what, wedding photography is a bride's dream. Always put your money in putting ads to all the brides, because they are the one who will for shortlist you, and then they go back to their groom and tell them that we I want this guy to shoot my wedding. So stop
Right.
wasting. Matlab, always, if you are short on your budget, always put your money on female followers. You should always carve a niche for that. So don't put like don't put your money on male followers, because if the female is convinced, the male will automatically get convinced.
Right. Okay, we have this photo blogger asking that freelance hire करते हो wedding season में आप?
So our approach to hiring freelancers is like, since we are an old company, there are a lot of people who worked for me like for 3-4 years and they wanted to start on their own. So our freelancers are only those people who had worked for me as an employee earlier. So we don't hire freelancers like कि किसी को भी कर दिया. We hire freelancers from the trusted source कि जो हमसे ही train होके गए हैं.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the next is a very interesting question. Somebody is asking, photographer 9 is asking, what are the new things you've learned during the lockdown?
So the biggest thing which I've learned during the lockdown is the Zoom meeting. I was not doing it. So when I did my first Zoom meeting, I've been doing it daily for 3-4 hours now with different teams into my office. And I came to this new discovery that आपको किसी के साथ physically होना जरूरी नहीं है. Through Zoom, you can make even the most educated guy, like the helper, also come to a Zoom meeting and understand कि उसको जब वो he is giving light to that certain scenario, he doesn't have to come in any other's frame. तो आप उसको भी समझा सकते हो. तो फिजिकली किसी के साथ बैठना अब जरूरी नहीं है. लॉकडाउन ने आपको ये सिखा दिया. और जो दूसरी चीज लॉकडाउन ने आपको सिखाई वो ये है कि आप अपने बिजनेस को दूर से देखो कि पिछले इतने सालों में आपने क्या ठीक किया और क्या गलत किया. क्या ठीक किया उसको और करते जाओ और क्या गलत किया उसको समझ के और आगे बढ़ो. तो मैंने अपने काम करने के प्रोसीजर में बहुत सारी नई चीजें, आई वुड टू से आई एम थैंकफुल बिकॉज ऑफ द लॉकडाउन, बिकॉज मुझे कभी इतना बड़ा पीरियड नहीं मिला अपने काम को इतना क्लोजली देखने का. राइट लव, दिस इज ट्रू फॉर ऑलमोस्ट एवरी ईच एंड एवरी वन ऑफ द इन द फोटोग्राफी फ्रेटर्निटी.
राइट.
लाइक लॉकडाउन में लव ने कितना कुछ सीखा. If anybody has any questions, अभी लव एक सिंगल सेशन ऐसे भी करने वाले हैं 2-3 जिसमें खाली लव आएंगे and only the questions, because love is like now a knowledge bank of almost how many sessions? Love?
Today I think on Inspire, this is a 7th session on Inspire and 16 sessions on Zoom.
So 25 sessions with international personalities, national and international personality. He'll become a knowledge bank. I've requested him after 5th of July. He's definitely doing it as like a weekly feature, answering each and every question of yours.
Right, absolutely.
ये करना पड़ेगा लव आपको.
I am looking forward because I think this is not it. We have a lot of more sessions coming in this month, next month, and yeah, I mean,
so
totally
after 5th July
for the summit. I mean, the 5-day summit that we've been putting together. Because Raman, I think when I started off 16 years back, तब लोगों का outlook बहुत अलग था. I mean, people were not open to sharing the knowledge. Today, it's so great to meet. I mean, I feel blessed whenever I've reached out to everybody. People are forthcoming. They're open to come and talk. Today, you're running a successful business. You're not worried कि यार मैं मेरे trade secrets बोल दूंगा तो मेरा business जाएगा.
नहीं, उससे कभी नहीं जाता. जिसको दीपक स्टूडियो चाहिए वो मेरे पास आएगा. Because हम लोग जो चीज करते हैं वो रोज करते हैं. We are persistent in giving good quality. तो जो जिसको मैं चाहिए वो मुझे ही लेगा.
Right. So no, I mean that's brilliant, and the way you're talking today, I have been lucky that every other stalwart who's come on Capturing Wow has.
I've listened to a lot of them.
Correct. They've spoken from their heart and they've given so much to the community that I know I've been receiving these emails from people that the minute the lockdown gets over, people's business is going to shoot. Because yes, everybody is worried today कि क्या होगा आगे बढ़े यार, आज नहीं तो कल COVID-19 will go. We'll get back.
Yeah, definitely. And जो लोग भी COVID-19 से बहुत disheartened हैं, just to give you an update, अक्टूबर की weddings आनी शुरू हो गई हैं. हम लोगों ने 2 या 3 weddings book कर ली हैं अक्टूबर की. तो आप जो भी है परेशान ना हो. Everything will be back to normal from October. Big weddings will start. Big weddings will only happen in January, but October, November, December में काफी weddings होंगी. और हम लोग we don't have, हमारा कोई per person वाला business नहीं है. हमारे फोटोग्राफर की टीम हमको चाहे छोटी वेडिंग हो चाहे बड़ी वेडिंग हो, हमको एक बेसिक टीम चाहिए होती है. तो हमारे लोगों को ज्यादा दिक्कत आएगी नहीं. बिना फोटोग्राफर के देखो, एक पंडित और एक फोटोग्राफर, 2 चीजें बहुत जरूरी है इंटीमेट वेडिंग में. सबने देख लिया, शेरवानी और ड्रेस, बस इन 4 चीजों से शादी हो जाती है. लॉकडाउन में आपने सब जगह देख लिया होगा. इसलिए आप जितने भी फोटोग्राफर्स हमको सुन रहे हैं, कोई भी डिसहार्टन ना हो. एवरीथिंग विल गेट बैक टू नॉर्मल.
Right, absolutely. So firstly, before we end this session, Raman, thank you very much for being there. I mean, let's again hear it from people. Guys, have you enjoyed this session? Have you learned some new ideas from Raman? What is the new implementation that you will do tomorrow? What will you do differently? Please type out in the comment box, because I think it's like a recap. So before we finish every session, we look at these comments, because I think all of us get a recap of 1 hour. आज एक घंटे में रमन ने इतनी चीजें बोली. Let's see what people have to say in the comment box. So what did you learn? So people are saying, yes, please save this session to be seen later. Yes, I shall. Weddings not, I will save this session. Fab session, yes, definitely. Thank you, Raman bhaiya. Guys, I mean, thank you to मैं बोल रहा हूँ Raman को, but let's see what did you learn. I want you to type what did you learn over here. Loved every bit of. Super. People are saying Raman is the best. Awesome. Guys, please type out what was your one learning. Everybody, one learning of yours. So that
Somebody said,
everybody...
"Seedhi baat, no bakwas." Thank you, Sahaj.
One more session required on Lightroom. Okay, we will for sure plan something with him. Nick
Yeah,
Filters
definitely.
is the new learning. Garima says perfect. Business ethics is something important. Be persistent in giving quality, whether you do it to be true or from your heart. Put the client first. Absolutely. Introspect and keep learning. Investing in stories. Absolutely. So that's so true. Transparency.
Pleasure all the way, love. It was
My
like
pleasure.
extended friendship. It was not a live session. It was an extended friendship session. We talked like
Right.
this. Yesterday evening, we spoke for like 40